Welcome back to Pen and Prosper, a podcast where JT Lawrence is coaching me, Melissa Delport, to be a six-figure author, and we are putting it on the internet. As we said last week, which was actually earlier this morning, it is the 13th of March. JT is away. She is at Ireland's publishing show, which is one of her favorite conferences in the whole world. And then she is off to Mastermind in New Zealand. So when she comes back, we do have an episode scheduled where she will give us all her golden nuggets. So I'm so looking forward to that, because she learns so much at these conferences, like so much.
You just imagine being there, like your mind must be just like buzzing.
I know,
Cool.
and hanging with all the cool kids. Like, anyway, we live vicariously until then. Rachel and I today are going to be discussing something super interesting, because we have been harping on about Shopify on this podcast forever, and we have another option for direct sales that just alleviates, is it the tax implications if you're outside of the US?
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be super interesting. It is called Fourthwall, and we're going to dive into it. But before we do that, I would like to say thank you to Elize, our editor, who really is just wonderful, and to our sponsor Vellum, without whom we would not be putting books on the internet as easily. And I think we have hit that home every episode. Every episode in some way, shape or form. Vellum, they just keep bringing everything to the table. We do have a code if you would like to try Vellum, because they have a test feature where you can format as many books as you want, and you don't have to actually purchase the software until you want to export the project. So it's kind of like a play around before you pay. And the link for that is tryvellum.com/pen and prosper. Pen, A-N-D, prosper. Okay, so let's dive in. Fourthwall. I must tell you, Rach, before I spoke to you last week about this, I had never ever heard of Fourthwall. That's how ignorant I am.
It's one of the options that's a little bit more obscure. I also hadn't heard of it until a few years ago.
Okay.
So I don't blame you.
Yes, and Shopify. So this conversation that we had, and the reason for this episode came about because I am thinking, well, I am going to be closing my local Shopify store, and JT had said a few episodes ago that perhaps I should try to send traffic via Book Vault with paperbacks and direct sales, but I drive the traffic from here and they fulfill it from there. And then we spoke, and because we're outside of the US, there's a lot of tax implications. He obviously has an LLC in the States.
There's implications no matter where you're based, but I feel like it's maybe more complicated for us because we're outside.
And she has an American company. So for her, that's all taken care of, whereas we don't. So firstly, do you want to talk a little bit about, I know that it's not your forte, I'm not expecting you to be a tax consultant, but just kind of to tell people what the tax implications kind of are. Like why there's this issue?
Yeah. Okay. So yes, first of all, we just have to say that we're not discounting Shopify at all. And Shopify is incredible and you can do amazing things with it. And I do still have a Shopify store. I've had Shopify since like years before it was the cool thing to do. But it is only for my readers who are in South Africa, because I'm not sending stuff from here. And I didn't want the overseas tax stuff. And I didn't want to have, I was like, then you got to have pages where like some products are only for overseas people because they're going to have different prices, and then some products are only for local people, and it seemed complicated. I'm sure you can get around it, but I didn't want to deal with that. So the tax stuff, yes, I'm definitely not a tax consultant, but just it's based on what I have read. Also, we should say that if you're like at a baby level and not selling a lot of stuff, this is probably not a big concern upfront.
Which for me it wouldn't be, but ultimately.
But I feel like we should be going in with like a growth mindset and a winning mindset and setting up for success and being like, well, of course I'm going to be at that level.
And the fact that Shopify it's not cheap. Any store is not cheap. So if you're going into it with, well, it's fine, I'm not going to sell many books. Well, then what are you doing? Because you're going to be paying your 500, 600 Rand for your store, and you're not going to be driving any traffic there. So these are sort of like the negatives and the tax. And it's a sales tax issue, right? So it's not a personal tax issue. It's just selling something in the States.
So based on what I've read, depending on which US state the sale occurs in, there is different sales tax that's added on. And then there's also, if you're in the UK, the EU, there's VAT. And I think it's not on print books, but it is on ebooks. So again, all of it is not
complicated.
Like 100% tax advice. There's certain things I could be wrong about, but there's like, I just didn't want to deal with all of this. So for the US sales tax, there are thresholds. And once you go over that threshold within a year, you are supposed to register to collect the sales tax and file it and pay it to that state, something like that.
Yes.
So the thresholds are they're different for different states. Most of them seem to be around like $100,000 in a year of sales, which is a lot for us, or 200 transactions, which is
Okay. Not a lot.
that
Yes.
so it's per state. So it like, like across the whole US, that could be a lot. But if you're thinking about like if you're doing digital sales, if you're selling ebooks and audiobooks, and if you're advertising because you want to sell a lot, like you could reach those thresholds, the
Threshold's quite
transactions.
quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I mean, maybe it's not that complicated to deal with, but I just personally I didn't want to deal with it.
Yes.
So I was looking for a platform that would be the merchant of record. So that's the terminology. So when you are using Shopify or like if you're accepting money through PayPal, you are the merchant of record and you are responsible for collecting and submitting and paying sales tax and VAT and whatever. But if you use a platform like Fourthwall and there's another one called Lemon Squeezy, but I think you can't, it's not as easy to make like a site. And there are others. If you just look up like platforms that will act as the merchant of record, you might see some others come up. So I'd seen some other authors using Fourthwall, and there's a few reasons I decided this would maybe be a good platform for me. So I could sell ebooks, I can sell audiobooks, basically any digital product. I can sell print books, but there's no integration with like Ingram or BookVault. So I would have to fulfill myself. So there is a bit of work.
Oh,
Basically,
okay.
the customer is paying and you're getting the money, and then you would go onto Ingram and place an order for that customer.
Well, okay. So you just have to manually do it. There's no, okay, got you. Okay.
And when
Where
it comes,
Shopify integrates, so it does it automatically. Hey.
yeah, but not for BookVault's special editions.
Okay.
So no matter what platform you're using currently, as we record this, if you're using their bespoke BookVault editions, which are the special ones with the foil and the ribbons and the end papers and all of that, you can't,
Yes.
unless something has changed very recently, that you can't integrate. So you would have to manually fulfill those orders anyway.
Okay.
And the other thing that they do is merch. So like t-shirts and mugs and hoodies and hats and like a
Oh,
ton of other
beautiful.
stuff.
Okay.
And they also do subscriptions. So if you are like a serial author, you're writing serials, or if you're providing some kind of like monthly bonus content, something where a reader will sign up and pay like a recurring monthly fee to get some
Okay.
content.
Got
So
you.
their platform is set up for that as well.
Okay.
So looking at all of that, I was like, I think this is good. I'm keeping my Shopify for readers who are in South Africa. And then anyone else overseas I can send them to my Fourthwall store.
Yes.
I do also do this in combination with KU. So when I've now done this for the 3 books that released in the Charmed Leaf Legacy series, and I'm going to continue doing it. So 2 days before the book goes live on Amazon. So when it's on pre-order, you have the option to enroll it in KDP Select while it's still on pre-order.
Yes.
I don't do that. And then 2 days before it releases, so it's still on pre-order on Amazon, then I put it up on my Fourthwall store and I email my list. And because most of my backlist has been wide for over a decade.
Yes. Yes.
So I have readers who use Kobo and other platforms and not Amazon. So this is mainly for them.
Okay.
So I get whatever direct sale. I do also share it on social media, Instagram and Facebook and all of that. And I get sales for 2 days. And then on the day that it releases on Amazon, then I take it down off Fourthwall and then I enroll it into KDP Select.
So you register it wide when it's on pre-order on Amazon.
So
someone can buy it and read it on Kobo before they can read it on Amazon. That's what I mean, because it's on pre-order on Amazon. Or is it on pre-order everywhere?
No, I'm not putting it on any other store. Only on
Fourthwall.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got you. Okay. And then you take it down when it goes live on Amazon and you enroll it in KDP. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's quite nice.
I don't know if I mentioned this, but Fourthwall now has an integration with BookFunnel.
Okay.
So that means when someone is ordering, when they're buying an ebook or an audiobook, that is fulfilled automatically from BookFunnel.
Okay. Okay.
will automatically get delivered to that reader's email address.
Okay. I think Shopify has that same integration. Okay. But this is all now for digital sales when you are not enrolled in KU, just to be very, very
Yeah.
clear. Do not do this. If you're enrolled in KU, you will be in big trouble. Again. So you have to obviously then have quite a slick timeline. You're like, okay, I must take it down from here, enroll it here. Like,
Yeah. But for Amazon, like nothing is automatic. So I can make sure like on release day, like it doesn't launch immediately into KU. Like there's a few hours in the day where I'm like, okay, let me go to Fourthwall, take it down. Is it down? Yes, it's down. Okay, go click the enroll button. Maybe it takes, 30 minutes or whatever it takes. And okay, now it's in.
And tell me, why 2 days? Why do you give them 2 days? Just that sense of urgency. Like you have 2 days to buy it.
The main reason is that I have never been organized further in advance than that.
Say no more.
But
I hear you.
we can say that it is all about
urgent sale. It's just getting them to. Have you had people reach out afterwards and say, "Oh, I missed your email. I was away and I didn't get it"?
I occasionally get an email or a Instagram comment being like, "Oh, I have a Kobo and I really want to read this," and I'm like,
sorry. Yeah, sorry. What is that? What is that? What is my favorite gif at the moment is the Jake Gyllenhaal. He's like, sorry.
I mean, I appreciate reading on every platform. I really do. And one of the reasons that I have been stubbornly wide, for so
long. Yeah.
But yeah, the royalties.
The strategy just doesn't make sense. I'm waiting. I've got the Legacy wide, and it's the only one I have wide, and it's only because, unlike you, I'm not brave, and I'm terrified because it was traditionally published originally and put on so many different obscure little places. Like I'm so scared that it might have been like left somewhere, and I don't know it's there, and I get, I don't know what was delisted, so I've left it wide, and like my D2D. I haven't had a payment from them in so long because it's got to accrue to $50. It's like, you made $1 this month. And I'm like, ooh, in another 2 years, I'm going to get a payment. It's like, takes forever for me to get paid wide. So I know exactly what you mean. And obviously, and it's a series that's dystopian. It's not in its era. But yeah, so it just doesn't work for me at all.
Yeah, well, also you've got to be pushing it in a different way, not the same way as KU. And like we've been over this before, there's only so many hours in the day, and
no, so KU it is. Okay.
For now, that's the plan. Yes. So I do. That's how I use it in combination with Kindle Unlimited. I have my audiobooks up there as well. So those are up there all the time because there's no exclusivity requirement. The print sales as we record this, I have my print book set up, but I haven't. They're currently listed as sold out so that no one can buy them because I'm still tweaking minor, as per our conversation earlier, I'm making final changes to the print files before re-upload the results. Because people keep asking me about the pretty ones, the special editions, and like, where can I get those? And there's nowhere else to get them. So I'm going to put those up, but I also decided to do the regular paperbacks and the regular hardbacks, which I will order from Ingram. And the way that I've made them like special or a little bit different from the Amazon, Barnes & Noble, all of those editions, is that I added a page to the beginning that's got my signature on it. It's obviously printed. It's not me. I obviously can't physically sign all of those books. So it's like I found the paper and I scanned it and I put the picture into the front of the book so it looks like it's signed. So there's that.
That's quite special.
Like small incentive for people to get it from me.
Okay.
So obviously it's a bit of work because I'm going to manually fulfill those orders. But if you think about for my Shopify store locally, I'm manually fulfilling all of those. I mean, I'm signing and wrapping and delivering. So that's more work than just like ordering from Ingram and sending to them. And I think, I haven't done this yet because I haven't started, but I think it might be possible to set up an automation through Zapier or Zapier. I'm not sure how to say that. We briefly looked this up, and I think it might be possible to set up an automation that connects like all the information from a reader's order on Fourthwall and sends it to like Ingram to fulfill the order, or Book Vault.
Okay, because the thing is, you have always historically done well with printed books, right? It's kind of like, it's just always been a very big part of your strategy. You've always, I mean, moved, I would say, especially, I hate to say this, but like for a South African author, you move great, I think, great quantities of books, paperbacks,
Yeah, I suppose
physical books.
it's still like tiny in comparison to ebooks, but
Oh,
yeah, I
something.
suppose for this market, which is fairly small compared
Yeah.
to the US and other major English speaking markets, it's yeah. But like we
And
were talking
then,
about earlier, you have to be sending traffic there all the time.
yes, and then like you get those beautiful book clubs that buy books and then post all the gorgeous things. So where do you think they got theirs? Would they have then got theirs from Fourthwall?
So was that the people overseas or the local people who you're talking about?
People overseas.
No, so they didn't have the special editions. So they must have just ordered from Amazon or Barnes and Noble or wherever the
That's
print
so
on
cool.
demand. Yeah. Or read the ebook. Yeah.
That was so cool. That was so cool. Like that's like
Yeah.
I would be happy. I would be happy if someone like overseas, a whole group of people got my book and then filmed this
No,
very
it's
cool
amazing.
dress up.
And I did nothing for that. It's
So,
just for
yeah.
anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, in the month of February, which was like Bridgerton month because season 4 had just come out, and a lot of my marketing is like, this is like Bridgerton, but with Faye and without the spice, because I always have to add that qualifier. So I think it comes up in relation to Bridgerton often. A lot of people on Instagram especially are starting to see the book. So there was a book club in Joburg, so locally they contacted me, so I sent them a bunch of signed paperbacks. And then there was another book club in Atlanta, I think, in the US. And I didn't know about that until they tagged me saying, oh, we're busy reading this for the month of February. I'm like,
Yes. And it's
then they all together and they did this whole themed like meetup with pretty dresses and teacups and fans and it's
so
so cool.
nice. I know. And that's when you think, oh, I must definitely keep making paperbacks. or physical. I always say paperback physical books, right? Because it's like
Yeah.
that's a different kind of rewarding than like a great month on KU or like it's just
Yeah.
because that speaks to us, the reader in us, right? Like that really. I mean, my audience is, I mean, I'm targeting like rabid box set devourers of books. So, for obvious reasons, but there's something so special about a group of people buying your book in physical form and then dressing up themed. I mean, come on.
I know,
Like
I know.
every author's dream.
Like there aren't words to describe how cool it is as an
I
author.
know. I know. And then the fact that they tagged you, they're like, oh, I was jealous. I'm not going to lie. But Tempest is the gift that keeps on giving, right? This series, I think you just need to keep going. I think it needs to be like 30, 40 books long. Just like you've seen how many Bridgerton books are out there.
I mean, there aren't 40, but yeah, there are a few.
There's a lot. There's more than like 6, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, there are 8 children, and they each have their own story. And then
Yeah,
I
but
think
then they
there's
have sidelines and they have,
a
yes, they have all sorts of like,
yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I think you just keep staying in this world, especially since like I'm thinking you're making all this mailing lists and everything. You're going to have to keep writing in this genre.
I am enjoying it, so there's that at
Yeah.
least. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So
Okay,
Fourth
then
Wall.
let's
And then
say
how do you get paid with Fourth Wall?
so you connect your Stripe account.
Okay. So much like Substack and okay.
Yeah, and like 11 Reader, I think they also would
Yes.
get
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, no, 11
So
Meter
you
hasn't been
do
doing very well.
oh, yeah.
It's died. Yeah, it's just
Uh,
died.
So you don't get paid once a month at
Okay.
the beginning of the following month for the previous month's money. So that's the
Okay.
downside. Where it's like with Shopify, you can get the money depending on
Instantly.
how big, you can get it pretty quickly, like within a day.
Oh, so you have to
So
outlay because you're fulfilling the
yeah,
orders. Okay.
yeah. So like with the print stuff, then I would be paying for that upfront, and
Okay.
counting on the fact that I'm going to get paid the next month. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. we would just like to take this time to tell you guys a bit more about Scribe Shadow. JT and I use Scribe Shadow tirelessly. We do all our translations through the app. It is incredible. Scribe Shadow is the perfect partner for indie authors who don't want to leave money on the table. They use cutting-edge AI to make novel translation fast, affordable, and super easy. In just minutes, your book can be translated into over 19 languages, and that is growing all the time with high-quality results ready to reach readers everywhere.
And this isn't some faceless tech giant. Scribe Shadow is a small family-run team with indie roots. They've been in the trenches running a small publishing press, so they get the author grind. That's why they built a tool that's practical, budget-friendly, and designed with indie authors in mind. Plus, they offer cover creation, audiobook translation, and a simple one-credit system for everything. Best of all, you keep full rights to your work, and your books are never used to train AI.
Scribe Shadow has been very generous and given us our very own coupon code, which gets you 30% off your first month of using the app. If you are looking at getting into translations, please would you consider using Pen and Prosper 30. That's PENAND PROSPER 30, and doesn't cost you any extra, and it just lets Scribe Shadow know that we are sending traffic to them and that we are supporting them.
Yeah, but we haven't spoken more about they also offer merch. And
Yes.
that's super easy. They integrate with, I don't know if it's Printify or Printful or both, but like you don't have to do anything to integrate. It's already there, part of their platform. And you just choose like a t-shirt or a hoodie or the whatever. They've got so many different things. And then you upload your design. And then
wow.
like the front or the back or the label or the sleeve or the front of the bag or whatever. And then so there's like a baseline price for how much the thing costs to print, and then you add on extra for how much you want to get per.
Okay, got you. So merch really, and I actually want to find someone who's like got like huge merch experience and ask them on the pod, because merch really appeals to me, especially with the Lisadell brand when Hollow Heart comes out, because it's that whole football, there's a hockey, there's like different elements coming, like it's sports romance. And I think merch does really well for sports romance.
There's some really cool hoodies, I think, that would do well.
Yes.
Like the
Yes,
right
I
design.
even have like the coyotes. So my Red Ridge High's got the coyote. So I like made this coyote, and I was like, it would look so cool on like a maroon hoodie. And it's like, and then his number on the back, you know how Chloe Walsh has like the number binding 13, like, so my main character's got his number, and I thought it would be so cool to have merch for that. Like if it does well, it's definitely the series that I've got that would do the best with merch.
So the thing is that this platform doesn't have any ongoing fee. Like there's no monthly fee like you have to pay Shopify or annual fee or whatever. So there's transaction fees per when you make a sale. But there's, so like you were saying, well, if it does well, but I'm saying like you could have this stuff set up and it's not costing you anything in any ongoing cost. Yeah. So this is the kind of thing you would link to like in your newsletter as one of your automation onboarding things, so that as you get new readers coming in, you get like, and obviously you can share it on social media and whatever, and remind people about it every now and then. But if it's part of your automation, then you're sending like a slow drip of people there regularly. And anyone who's a super fan, they would be like, oh, yes, I want to get that jersey or whatever.
Yeah, that's so cool. So I think I'll wait for Hello Heart, because the sports romance it just gives me such nice merch ideas. Do you know what I mean? It's not that I couldn't have merch for previous things, but just that it lends itself so well. So I will definitely look at it as soon as that is released. I'll be like, or maybe even before it's released, and then put it in the back matter and be like, if you want merch, like you can get it. Yeah, that's such a good idea.
Then if you're doing any kind of like social media influencer PR stuff, like if you're sending print copies, you can also send like the jersey, the hoodie, the t-shirt, the whatever. So
do you send that straight from your Fourthwall?
Yeah. You can just order. So if you're ordering like behind the scenes, then you're only paying the like the cost of the product.
Yes. Oh, that's so clever.
Yeah, so then you could have that sent directly to the reader, and then if they're on Instagram, then they could wear it if they're like doing a review or an unboxing or something.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look at it. I'm gonna have to look. It's happening. It might just become part of the Hollow Heart like launch strategy. I'm gonna put it on my Q2 board so that I can look at it in 2 weeks. Because Q2 is coming.
Yeah. Actually, by the time it goes live, we'll probably be in Q2.
Yes, true story. Okay. Anything else we need to know? And do you think that you will stick with so Fourthwall does everything that Shopify does? It's just that you don't have a fixed fee, and it's actually all benefits, it's all pros. No
Yeah,
cons.
I mean, I don't think you can get there's a lot of stuff that Shopify can do with, I think, with like linking Klaviyo and those emails. I mean, I haven't done
Yes.
it,
Okay.
so I don't 100%
Got
know
you.
what I'm talking about. But like follow-up emails and getting more sales and
Yeah.
that, I don't is as good. Also, when it comes to advertising, I'm not sure if, like Shopify, I think you can put pixels in and you can track all of that stuff.
Yes, they
Not,
really do track your sale from cradle all the way to grave. Like they.
I don't
Okay.
think you can do that really. But if you're going from like 0 to something and the only thing you're doing is advertising, then you know that that's where it came from.
And then how do you drive people to your Fourthwall? What are your like methods of, I mean, like, we say Facebook ads to a Shopify store, but I'm assuming you're not doing that.
Not yet.
Okay.
Maybe because I'm still, as we record this, I'm still getting some more stuff set up. But so far in the past, so like when I've had a book release, I have the link in my newsletter because I'm telling people that the ebook is there before it goes into KU. And I would also share it on my social media. That's kind of all I've done so far. Once I have it set up properly now, in the next few weeks, it will become part of my
Back matter.
newsletter boarding.
Oh, you're
welcome.
onboarding. Okay. And then if there's merch, I would think back matter.
Yeah. I could definitely mention it there as well.
Okay.
And I have a referral link.
Yes. What is your referral link?
Refer a friend. A friend gets $15 in sample credit. So that's if you set up a design and then you want to order a copy for yourself, then you get $15 towards ordering that. And then I get $5. And
Nice.
And another $10 after you make some sales. If you make some sales.
Okay.
So the link, which I assume you'll put into the show notes, but let me read it out as well, is link.fourthwall.com/join/Rachel Morgan.
Okay,
so the
great.
Rachel
And
Morgan
we will put that link in the show notes.
Perfect.
Yay. I will definitely use it when I am getting ready to set up. I'm definitely going to set up some merch when I start Hollow Heart. I think it's time to just branch out. And I've got some time to set it up. Do you know what I mean? It's only coming in like July, August. So gives me the second quarter to work on that.
Yeah. Merch is fun. Yes.
Yeah, I know. I want to wear my own hoodie with like something on it to be like, I'm a legit author, even if it's just for myself.
Yeah. So when you have like on the store, the product images that I've got at the moment are just like the standard, like it's the t-shirt with the thing on. But I'm like, no, I want to order for myself and then stand in front of my shelves and take a nice picture.
Just out of interest, if someone does want to go and look at your Fourthwall, would you call it a store or is it a store?
So, yeah.
Yes, I would think. So what is the kind of, do you have to buy like a domain or is it just like a general domain or how does it work?
You don't have to. You can use their domain, like the same as Shopify. You can use like when you get, or you can link your own domain. So mine was originally like rachelmorganshop.fourthwall or .whatever. But so I'm trying to build a kind of brand in inverted commas around swoony romance, as in like swoony, not spicy, because there's a lot of spicy books. Like these days, it's like expected that you have to tell a reader whether your book has spice or no spice. So I don't write spice, so I lean into the whole like
swoony romance. That's so sweet.
So the word I use often is swoony instead of spicy. So I have the domain for swoony romance, and I also have swoony romantasy. So they're going to both direct to the same store, which is Fourthwall. So at the moment, if you go to swoonyromance.com, it should take you there, hopefully.
Okay. So they're .com. So because .coms are not cheap. Like
I don't even know how much I spend annually on domain names, but it's a decent
lot.
amount.
Yeah, that's what, I'm busy compiling a list. Oh, there it is. Oh, it says the store is under construction, but you said that's because more designs are being created. Okay. It looks beautiful though. I love the original photo. Yeah, your photography skills. I mean, is it because you're married to like a famous photographer who was on Where was he on CNN or
Yeah. But the answer is no. I just use my cell phone, my iPhone.
But yeah, I'm trying to compile a list actually in the interest of not wasting money of stuff that I need and stuff that I don't need. And that's why I think I'm going to close my local Shopify store, and I can take that money and do book funnel, which you say is obviously going to be more relevant. You know what I mean? So if I like created this beautiful hoodie that matched my book and I was so excited and I wanted to order myself one, then do we get hit with like insane shipping? Because it doesn't get fulfilled in like the US, obviously.
So they have different areas. None of them are South Africa, obviously.
Okay.
They're about the US, and I'm pretty sure there were some like European fulfillment areas. So depending on where
Okay.
your customer orders from, the merch will be fulfilled from their closest
Okay.
factory. I haven't ordered myself some yet because I want to add more designs and then I want to order it all in one go. But I'm pretty sure that the shipping is going to be high. There'll probably be customs fees as well.
Yes, and on clothing, it's massive. Because I know when my parents send me stuff from Australia, I end up paying more in customs duties than it costs them to buy the stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculous. So would it not be worthwhile to look up some merch options here for like someone like you and I and just have them made here?
That is definitely a possibility because they have a lot of different, like just in terms of t-shirts, there'll be like the Bella canvas t-shirt and the Comfort Colors t-shirt and the like these brands that all have their own style, just
Okay.
like the shape of the t-shirt. So like if I want to take a photo of it as the product image on the store where someone's going to see it, then I want to use the correct thing. If it's just like, oh, I like the design and I want to wear my own hoodie with the design on, then it will probably be cheaper to
Just have it
Google
printed,
a print on demand t-shirt, printer, hoodie.
All right. Thank you. It is nice to know that there's an option. I think the most appealing thing for me is to have an option for direct sales stuff that doesn't require a monthly fee. Because for someone like me who has certain months where I don't sell a single copy, it really does, it burns when that debit order comes off and you're like, oh, it's like, and then yes, you'll have a good month where you might like do some promo and get some sales and you're like, oh, I'll keep it. And then I have like a dead month and I'm like, oh. So that is nice to know. And obviously the tax is massive for if we're outside of the US. So obviously getting around that is to open a US company. And I think JT can talk us more about that because she's done it. But for you and me who don't want to do that right now, at least.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's not as big a deal as I'm thinking, but whether it is or not, I just don't want to.
Yeah, if it was my primary revenue, like if it was like my ebooks, I would be making much different decisions.
Yeah.
But
like if I got locked out of Amazon and I had to make direct sales, like my primary business structure, then I would find someone to be like, let's do this Shopify thing properly. This is now my mainstream going forward. But at the moment, and will hopefully not be there.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Let's see if it activates anything. All right, cool. Well, thank you, Rachel. Thank you. I know it's so hot in Cape Town. What is the anticipated temperature for today?
Oh, today we are at a very cool 33, as opposed to the 38 to 40 plus from a few days ago.
Oh my gosh. Have you got air cons?
I've got one in one of the bedrooms. So
okay. So that's where you're living.
I'll start there in the morning and I will definitely be moving there as soon as we end this call.
Well, I hope the heat wave, yes, I'm so sorry. And I've kept you so much longer than we anticipated.
No, it's fine. At least today is cooler.
Yes. Oh, shame. Well, I hope it cools down. It's finally starting to cool down now in KZN because we also had like a hectic hot spell, and I don't like the hot weather. I don't cope well in the hot weather. I actually struggle to breathe. Like I get like claustrophobic.
Yeah, I start to feel kind of like faint. Like when you go out to do anything and you're walking through this like suffocating heat.
Horrible. And it's autumn. It's autumn. It's like, what is going on?
Exactly. Yes. Should be.
Anyway, well, thank you, Rach. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a lovely weekend. And thank you for being here for me and not leaving me on my own. I was like, JT's like, figure it out. It's like, okay.
I'll chat next.
I'll just talk to myself. Don't even lie. I was going to film myself setting up a Facebook ad. A real winner. That'd be like viral, without a doubt.
She would be so impressed.
She would kill me. I think she'd actually kill me. All right. Okay. Well, enjoy your weekend.
Thank
Okay.
you. Bye.